My name is Liz, and I'm with Love Boldly's Q&A panel, hashtag asking for a friend. Here we address questions that straight, cisgender Christians may be uncomfortable asking people who are LGBTQIA+ regarding faith, sexuality, and gender identity. Today's question is, how have popular notions of biblical masculinity or femininity affected you as an LGBTQIA+ person? So this question is kind of a hard one to answer. I grew up in kind of the periphery of the purity culture. So I grew up believing that men led the house, that women were meek servants that did kind of whatever the men said. I have a very vivid memory. I was about in middle school, and the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus book was really popular. And I remember my mom telling me, like, most women are from Venus, but you're actually from Mars? And I was like, okay, what does that mean? So I've always been a tomboy. I've always kind of preferred to do things that are stereotypically male. And so it's taken a long time for me to kind of unravel all of that and kind of what my identity in God is, that is separate from what society or the church or the people around me might think that my identity should be. I knew pretty early on in high school probably that if I wanted to get married to a man, that our roles within the home would need to look pretty different. But I tried really hard to conform to what I thought was the biblical way to be a woman until about 2 or 3 years ago. And that's when I kind of just was like, I don't know why I'm trying so hard to be something that I'm not. And I really took time to kind of dive into what God wants me to be and just trying to like undo some of the expectations that I grew up with that are not of God necessarily, and just trying to figure out what is and what isn't. And one of the most helpful resources is a book by Beth Allison Barr called The Making of Biblical Womanhood. And Beth Allison Barr is a professor. So her book is not an easy read that you're just going to breeze through and then everything will be great. It is very historical. She gives a lot of great examples in history about kind of how we got where we are today, kind of because of white patriarchy and trying to keep white men in power and how that affects things like gender roles. Because gender is a social construct, sex is biological, but gender is something that we've just kind of come up with over the years, and it gets stuck in our head that it's supposed to be one way or the other. And then you have people that are like, I don't really fit into that. What does that mean for me? And we have to take time to undo, like, what about this is from God, and what about this is just, something that I grew up thinking was right and maybe isn't. So I hope that helped a little bit. Thanks for asking.